The name Perenjori is derived from the Aboriginal word Perenjori, meaning waterhole. Perenjori is 350 kilometres from Perth via the Great Northern Highway and was officially gazetted a town in 1916. These beautiful banners depict the flora and fauna of the region. Visitors are welcome to stop and picnic in the shade of the gazebo just opposite the Tourist Information Centre. The Information Centre is manned by friendly volunteers, and they have all the latest information and maps you'll need to make the most of your stay. The building that houses the Information Centre was originally the town's bank. It's now a museum with farm machinery from yesteryear. Thank goodness outhouses like this are no longer needed. This mural, designed by John Williamson and painted by the people of Perenjori, depicts the transition of farming from pioneer to the modern day. The Church of St Joseph was designed by Monsignor Hawes. In the church's interior, the huge stone baldachin surmounts the high altar. Another noteworthy internal feature is the frieze, carved by Monsignor Hawes, depicting Christ and the 12 Apostles. The hotel was built in 1924 and for many years provided accommodation for travellers. Perenjori's 3-star caravan park has shady campsites, caravan bays, a 2-bedroom park home and 4 new chalets. The Wongan Hills to Mullewa railway line was surveyed in 1912. The surveyor and his team used camels to drag a heavy chain to mark the route. Coal and water were essential ingredients for the operation of the steam trains. This coal chute supplied the coal and Carron Dam supplied the water. 50 men laboured with scoops and shovels, and the soil was removed by horse and dray. Catchment channels were excavated and lined with sleepers to allow the water to run off into the dam. More recently, this huge expanse of bitumen was laid and the channel sealed to increase the efficiency of the catchment. The dam stores 4,500,000 gallons of water. If you visit between August and November, Carron Dam offers a marvellous display of wildflowers. The Rossay Heritage Trail is a 180-kilometre self-guided drive which traces the early history of Perenjori and Rossay and their links to gold mining and agricultural development. During an 1897 expedition, Sir John Forrest established his survey point on top of this hill. Even here, wildflowers thrive in this rocky, harsh environment. The lookout provides a 360-degree panoramic view of surrounding station country. Picnic and toilet facilities are at the base of the hill. In spring, the drive out to the ghost town of Rossay is beautiful. Endless vistas of pink, white and yellow everlastings are at their most prolific from mid-July to mid-November. In 1894, George Woodley became the first man to strike gold in the Perenjori district at Rossay. 3 years later, the Rossay mine was a going concern in a town of about 300. Through its life, the mine yielded more than 90,000 ounces of gold. All that remains are the ruins of the foreman's house, standing above the open cut, the foundations of the gold battery, and the lonely graves of some of the miners who died at the site. Many species of wildflower provide a marvellous contrast to the rocks and otherwise barren landscape. Camel Soak, located 47 kilometres east of Perenjori, is a granite catchment which is also known as the Rock Hole. It was sunk as a watering point for men and their camel teams working on the No. 2 rabbit-proof fence in 1903 to 1905. Camel Soak is a popular picnic spot, and it's an excellent location to view the wildflowers, particularly everlastings and orchids. This is the vermin-proof fence, originally called the rabbit-proof fence. It runs north and south 37 kilometres east of Perenjori. The enormous task of building such a fence from the south to the north coast was undertaken in 1901 to combat the devastation caused by rabbits to cereal crops and pasture land. Another great spot to visit in spring is the Orchid Reserve. It's another marvellous place to relax and stroll around as you search for the fantastically delicate orchids and other wildflowers. These salt lakes are part of the Yarra Yarra Salt Lake system and are home to flocks of varied species of bird, including the Siberian stilt, which migrates here every year. Perenjori, wildflower country.